Okay, so right now we're going to do something a little bit different. So previously we have been doing long division where we can easily divide by each digit. So now we're going to change things a bit. So let's do something. Let's go straight into it. Let's say we have 100 divided by 2. So remember, previously I've always said we divide digit by digit. So we'll start with the 1, okay? So how many times, so 1 divided by 2. So basically we're looking for a number in the 2 times table. If we multiply by that number, it needs to take us closest to 1, but not bigger than 1. So we already know that 2 times 1 is 2. So if we multiply by 1, we're already bigger. We get 2, which is already larger than 1, right? So in this case, 1 is too large. So the only reasonable number is 0. So we say 1, 2, 1, 1 divided by 2 is 0 essentially, because if we say 2 times 1 is 2, which is already larger than this, so we can't have 1. So we're back to this steps that we have here. So let's stick with it. So we did our divide, 1 divided by 2. So how many times can we put 2 into 1? We can't, because 2 is larger than 1. Okay, so we had the 0 up here. So the next step is multiply. So we multiply the number we just wrote down, which is 0, by 2. So 0 times 2 is 0. Third step, we subtract. So subtract 1 minus 0 is 1. Then we do our check. Can we bring down a number? Yes, we can bring down a 10. We can bring down that 0. So we now have 10 here. So we just keep going as we were doing previously. We just keep going. So now we're back to the top, divide. So now we have 10. So we say 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we put 5 up here, and then we do the multiply. We multiply the number we just wrote by the number on the outside. So 5 times 2 is 10. So we have 10 here. And then we subtract. 10 minus 10 is 0. We keep going as usual, and we do the check. Can we bring down a number? There's another 0 here that we haven't used, so we bring that down, and we have a 0 here. And then we say, we then divide again. 0 divided by 2, because we have to go through these steps until we get to the check. So 0 divided by 2 is 0. And if you divide 0 by anything, you always get 0. So we do 0 divided by 2 is 0. So we write 0 here. And then we say 0 times 2 is 0, because 0 multiplied by anything is 0. So 0 times 2 is 0. So we put the 0 here. And then we do a subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. And at this point we do the check. We say, can we bring down a number? There's no more number to bring down. And then we do the next check, which is, are we at 0? And the answer is yes. So that's the end. So we now have that 100 divided by 2 is 50. So this is one to really pay attention to. We have to follow the steps. Only when we do the check do we know whether we've reached the end or not. It could have looked like, oh, maybe we're at the end here at this point, but we weren't at the end here when we got here, because we still needed to bring down this number. And even though we brought this down and it's still 0, 0, we still need to go back through the top and do the divide, the multiply, and subtract. It's only at this point that we check again if we can end there. But because we brought down a number here, we can't end here. So it's just one to pay attention to. We'll do a few more. Okay, so let's do 124 divided by 2. So again, digit by digit. So we start with 1. 1 divided by 2. So how many times can we put 2 into 1? We can't, because 2 is bigger than 1. So we have 0 here. So we've done our divide. The next step is multiply. So 0, the number we just wrote down, 0 times 2 is 0. So we have 0 here. And then we do the subtract, which is step 3. 1 minus 0 is 1. And then we do our check. Can we bring down the number? Yes, we can bring down the 2. So then we go back to the top over here and start again. Divide. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So we write the 6 right above the 2. We do step 2, which is multiply. The 6, which we just wrote down, multiplied by 2 on the outside. 6 times 2 is 12. And then we do our subtract again. 12 minus 12 is 0. We don't end here. We have to do the check. Can we bring down a number? Yes, we can, because we have a 4 here. And because we've brought down a number, we have to go back to the top and start again. We do the divide. Okay, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we put the 2 here on the end. And then we do the multiply. The number we just wrote down, that 2, multiply by the number on the outside. So 2 times 2 is 4. We do write the 4 here. We do the subtract. That's the third step. 4 minus 4 is 0. Now we do our check. Can we bring down the number? No, we can't bring down the number. So we do the next check. Are we at 0? Yes, we are. So this is where the end is. 124 divided by, ignore that, divided by 2 is 62. I'm going to do one more and then I'll show you a shortcut. So in the third one, we're going to do 102 divided by 3. So again, digit by digit. So 1 divided by 3. So how many times can we put 3 into 1? We can't, because 3 is bigger than 1. So we know that that is 0. So now we do. If you've enjoyed that, or you've enjoyed any of my other videos, please like and share, and most importantly, click the subscribe button. Let me know if you'd like me to solve something else.